I don't think it's gender specific, although, I mean, my wife has got an iPhone.
You
she
haven't?
has a bit of.
You haven't?
I haven't. She's got. I'm the other man. I'm a BlackBerry man, but she's kind of got a love-hate relationship with her iPhone, and sometimes I'm more appealing than the iPhone, and sometimes I'm not. But it's also the MacBook. I mean, that's her new thing. She loves just. You know, it's anything. That's that access, isn't it, to information?
But it's
I think
you
for
don't
you,
need.
I know, and I agree, and I think the onus is on you to be more entertaining than your girl's phone. So I think, I don't know what she's doing. I hope she's not pressing record in bed either, because we don't want that leaking out into the atmosphere, as it were.
It does that?
But you know what I mean? You've got to set your stall out. You say, actually, darling, I'm more interesting. I will, the app, my wife loves that app where you drink a pint of beer and you burp at the end. So why don't you just take it on yourself to be more entertaining, down a pint of beer and burp at the end, and she'll find that just as amusing.
Someone told me they thought, and I was having a go at them, he drinks in my pub, and I was saying, every time I see you, you're just tapping away on this thing, and it drives me nuts. And he says, think of it, it's just the 21st century equivalent of reading the Telegraph at the breakfast table. The wife runs around making the breakfast cereal while the husband completely ignores her, lost in his world of the newspaper.
You can see that, but it's never ending, isn't it? At least a newspaper has an end.
Absolutely.
Whereas,
Absolutely.
you can only read it for so long. But no, I mean, I'm sort of with you on that one, but I think you've got to up your game. Go home.
Okay.
Be more entertaining.
Sorry, Mark. Totally disagree with you. Yes, stand back.
That's not allowed on this show, is it?
It's encouraged.
I have
an app for it somewhere.
I have the same phone as you, but only yesterday I had an argument with my other half because we were on the way home after seeing a friend do a gig, and it's a 35-minute cab ride. Not a word was spoken. And this purse was just like... And it's the phone I bought as a gift.
Ah,
so if you're watching, I'm going to take it back. You're dumped. It's over.
Careful, you sound like David Van Day, and that is, I wouldn't wish that on anybody, man or animal.
It's just, I mean, it's like, it's never ending.
Why weren't you telling him some jokes and stuff?
I did, I said, oi, what are you doing?
Because they don't listen, they don't listen.
I want to read the news. You've read the paper today. I want to see this. It's just like, it's on,
It's wreaking havoc in the world.
It's wreaking
I knew I was right.
I'm BlackBerry as well, actually. I've got a BlackBerry. My boyfriend has an iPhone, and I keep thinking he's having these really intense text conversations with somebody and going, oh, my God, what's going on in his life? What's happening? What are you doing? Playing snooker! It's wicked! Oh, my God!
Do you think it's... I mean, I know a lot of women that are hooked on them. Do you think, though, it's... Because, they talk about boys, that boys are on the autistic spectrum, that we're all a little bit obsessive, a little bit sort of hooked on things, easily lured in. Do you think that applies to this, that the iPhone is more appealing to men than women? I
think for all the apps and all that kind of stuff, it's more appealing, but I think women generally just love communicating. And I think whether it's a BlackBerry or an iPhone, I'm on my...
Because it's a double-edged sword, because they may be communicating through cyberspace, but they are not communicating with me, or with Stephen, or with non-users.
We should start talking to each other. I mean, I would like to do an experiment, ban any form of communication, apart from verbal communication, for a month, and just go back to interacting with people. Joking aside, I think we don't...
show there somewhere.
Yeah, well, possibly.
But look, I'm in mud huts or something.
It's mine.
You have. Can I present it? Have you got the commission? Where is it?
We can share it. I'm quite serious about this. I think these things are the root of all evil. Let's find out if you agree with me. Kirsty.
We have got some calls, but can I just read an email out? Because we've had an email from, I think it's Wahida in Essex, and she's put, I really want to lose my lover. Please, could you send me an iPhone? That's maybe that.
Spineless. Dump him. Just dump him.
First, we've got Laura. She's on line 1.
OK, Laura, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm very well. I'm very well, despite the fact that I seem to be losing my wife-to-be to a piece of technology. Not for the first time, probably. Anyway. Although she assures me it is. What about you, Laura? Anyone in your life hooked on the iPhone?
Yeah, I've just recently got married, and my husband, obviously, is absolutely addicted to this thing. He's just non-stop on it. He's driving, he's using it. And obviously, I think there's a few naughty applications on there that I think he looks at as well.
Really?
And honestly, I worry so much about him on it. He just does not socialise one bit. He's just constantly tapping on it. And there comes a point where you've got to learn to socialise with your partner, and it's getting ridiculous, really.
Do you talk to him about it? Do you say, I've had enough of this?
Well, yeah, I do, but he's not going to listen, and he's too addicted to it. He just absolutely loves it.
So what are you going to do? You're just going to put up with it?
Well, we're newlywed, I suppose you have to, don't you?
No, don't pay any attention to that. Newlywed, old wed. There's divorce lawyers there. That's what they do.
I do think it's a an absolutely wonderful thing, don't get me wrong, but it does make you very antisocial.
OK, thanks for that, Laura. Let's have another.
We have Sarah, she's online too.
Sarah, good morning.
Good morning.
Have you been troubled by one of these devices?
I have, so much so that I banned it from the living room and the bedroom.
Good, yeah, very sensible.
So this is your partner, your husband?
It's my husband, and it caused so much hassle over Christmas because he's just lost in it. He's just in a completely different world. And he was coming to bed with it, and then he'd be giggling. I want to kill him. So,
what's he doing with it? It's making him giggle. That's what I want to know. But it's...
Well, it's maybe these porn apps, which I've never heard about, and all of a sudden I'm interested in getting an iPhone.
Yeah.
But isn't it a phase? Isn't it one of these presents? Do you think the phase will go? Do you think it's just, you know, a 3-week thing before your husband retires of it, and then you'll be more interesting again?
I'm not sure, because, I mean, he does have a tendency to get lost in screens, like, because I used to lose him to a PS3, so when he got an iPhone, I thought, more interaction between us, but not. It was even worse.
Oh,
Sorry, Sarah, the signs were there, PlayStation 3, and then you give him an iPhone.
I know. I didn't.
It's only your fault. She's crazy. This one. Get rid of it. Get something sane on.
Go back to basics, love. Get him a crayon and some colouring in books.
Let's have another.
I think you could do that on the iPhone. We've got Sarah on line 3.
up.
You can.
You?
There's colouring in and stuff, yeah. Sorry.
Are you into it?
I've got a BlackBerry.
Go on then, who's next?
Another Sarah on line 3.
Sarah, good morning.
Morning.
Have you had problems with the iPhone?
Honestly, it's just driving me up the wall. Basically, I was given birth last October, and when I looked over at my partner, he was just constantly on his iPhone updating different statuses.
Was he on the Birth Buddy application? Yeah, trying to help you with your contractions, or?
Honestly, I don't know, but I was just so mad. That's all I can remember throughout the birth was him on his iPhone.
That is the problem, isn't it? Did he text, before he congratulated you on the birth of your child, was he texting everybody saying, we've had a baby, or did you get the first congratulations?
He was giving people up to the minute details of what was going on, which obviously wasn't very helpful about.
Giblets! Do you know what I found quite interesting is so many of our callers, Sarah included, have said they don't actually know what their partner is using the iPhone for, which I think is really interesting. It's just, just pay no attention, or they're just absorbed and lost in it. I think that's quite sinister as well. Thank you, Sarah.